Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree Buonomo. Hi if you're new here, or hey if you've been here before. And today is Saturday, February 26th, and I am about to jump into a writing class. So I'm very excited. I paid for this writing class a couple weeks ago, and it is I don't even know, 6-hour class, I think, 7-hour. I don't know, it's from 10 to 5. I can't function right now, but my anxiety was a little high this morning because of waking up late, because I stayed up too late last night and did not have enough time to do all the things I wanted to do this morning, because I woke up and then I closed my eyes and the next thing I knew it was like an hour later and I was like, oh no. So my writing class is about to begin, and I'm also very excited because my friend Brooke Writes is also taking the class with me, so I'll have a familiar face on the Zoom call. And it's going to be a two-part where it's like making your writing better in the morning, and then the afternoon is like the publishing stuff. So I'm very excited for both, especially the publishing stuff, obviously, because that's where I'm trying to get to currently. So I think it's going to be a good time. I'm going to try to vlog what I can. Obviously, I'm going to be respectful and I'm not going to be like vlogging too much if like a bunch of people are there and I don't want to be like rude. But I will check in when I can and let you know how it's going. What kind of things you should include. So these are some things to keep in mind, and also we're going to talk about what causes most agents to reject query letters. So you want to keep your query letter to about 1 page if it were in like a Word document. You want to start out with a hook. So usually something about like a concept of your book or whatever. And then you want to make sure that you are comparing your book, no matter what genre it is, to 2 or 3 what are called comp titles, meaning like comparative books.
That chapter is large, so there's different things you can do to change it and personalize it, but you're not going to want to change it from what people are expecting, and so this does a good job of making it look like a professional book.
Yeah, I actually, like, you always hear authors say that the first time their book was in their hand, like, it was just so amazing. For me, for my experience, it was actually seeing it in vellum.
Yeah.
Hi guys, it is about 6 o'clock and I am going to be running out to get some food, so hopefully by eating my headache will go away because while sitting here I just increasingly feel crappy. And I also think it's because partly I'm a little bit in a sour mood because of the like conference class that I took, workshop. I don't know what you want to call it. I guess it would kind of be a workshop. Well, it's more like a class. Okay, we'll just call it that. It's a class. So I was going to talk more about like the authors or whatever, but like not that they did anything wrong by any means, but I felt like I misinterpreted what I thought this class was going to be on, and I thought I was going to get more out of like the current environment for publishing and like the industry and how to like really sell yourself when you are like trying to do this. So I was assuming that the class would be like, giving like beyond the norm tips, because that's usually what you expect when you're taking classes. And so I thought the writing portion was going to be like how to take your writing to the next level, and I thought the publishing portion was going to be more like the current environment and how to query maybe currently, because they did talk about querying and they also talked about self-publishing. But I'm not gonna lie, I've done more and better research, in my opinion, on all of these topics, and I didn't really learn much more than I already knew, and I actually knew more than the presenters at times, which is a little rough. They also kind of got some information wrong, or just like not the full information. And granted, some of it was like minor stuff, like the credit, like there was a website they brought up, which is a really good resource, and I mentioned it on my channel before, but they talked about how the website was run by someone anonymous, which isn't true. It's like the website's run by a legit literary agent. So like it was just like little things like that I was kind of like, well, if I know more than you guys, like why am I not teaching this class? So, and obviously, like, I don't really feel qualified to teach something like that right now because I'm not published traditionally and I'm not self-published either. I've just have a lot of experience because I've done my own research and I've been writing for years, but I don't, I don't really feel qualified. So I just felt like if I feel qualified to teach what they are teaching, then why did I pay money for it? So I'm a little jaded that I spent the money because overall, I mean, it was a $60 class. And that's not much in the grand scheme of things. And at this point, it's whatever. But I also paid the additional for the manuscript critique. And that's what I'm hoping that this is going to be all worth it for, because the manuscript critique will be like my first 10 pages, which are usually the things that you send to the agents when you're querying them. So if I could get those 10 pages really tightened up, I think that will help a lot. So I'm like hoping that that's going to happen. I did find other resources. So like while they were talking, sometimes I would have a hard time concentrating. So I had like started researching things on my own, and I found some more Twitter contests. I just found out that in April, there's going to be, like for the first time, it's going to be called #mood pitch. Mood, MOOD, as in a mood board. So with all of your tweets, you can send a mood board along with them. And I'm super jazzed about that because I love making mood boards, and this also gives me an excuse to like heighten up the mood boards I already have. So I found that. I also found something on like another resource to help make your Twitter tweets, like for contests, a little bit more tighter. And I also found one other resource. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it was also really good. Oh, and I also found out that PitMad is closed now officially. There is no more Pitch Wars or PitMad. They have shut down completely as of this year. So like their last one was in December, which is kind of sad because I was looking forward to it because it was supposed to be, or it would have been next week if they kept it going. But we live and we learn and we move on. So overall, I think it was still fun to be able to connect with people, and it was a very intimate class, but I don't feel like I learned much. The only thing I would say that I learned is more about self-publishing because it's not something that I'm pursuing, but I did take notes in the event that maybe one day I decide that I do want to go down that route. I've mentioned a couple times on my channel that I would consider self-publishing a poetry collection, and it's still something that I think I would probably do better at self-publishing rather than traditionally publishing, but we're not there yet. So that's just something I wrote down a lot of stuff, and I did get a lot of good resources for that because I would not have had them otherwise. But overall, I don't really feel like I learned a ton. I feel like I can give a lot of resources for the stuff that they talked about, and I do typically give my resources away for free on YouTube. So I would have just recommended watching a lot of YouTubers, to be honest. Like I got all this information from the internet to begin with. So I'm a little upset and sad, but I'm not going to harbor on it because I paid for it and it is what it is. We're moving on. I got a little bit of facts out of it, and honestly, I had a good time making commentary with Brooke Wrights behind the scenes, so that was fun. So without talking too much longer, I'm going to go get my food. I'm going to keep drinking water, and I'm going to hope that this headache goes away because I still need to work on my manuscript tonight so I can send that critique in to be done. So that's where we're at. Long day, but it's okay. It's some self-care. Hi, friends. Wow. It is a little after 11 on Saturday, February 26th, and I spent a long time editing and going through things for this critique, which in the one hand, I think it's really good, but I definitely just spent a lot of time on this. I did 3 mood boards in preparation for a query contest, as I mentioned, I think earlier, which was fun but tedious given that some of the concepts in my novel, such as like prophecies and curses, are very hard to convey in pictures, especially because you can't really see them. So I spent a lot of time on that, probably way too much time. And then I started editing the pages for the first 10 pages of my manuscript. And then I reread that like 2 times to make sure that things flowed nicely. And there was definitely work that I needed to do. So that took me a little bit more time than I thought. And then while I was submitting it, the authors asked 4 questions regarding the novel. So it was like, what genre is it? What are your plans on with it? So my piece was obviously to be traditionally published, and I'm query prepping. So that was kind of like what I said to them. And then they also wanted to know if there's any other information. So I did say that it's dual POV. And then they wanted a small synopsis for the rating piece. And the best thing that I thought to do was to include my query letter, because that kind of is a synopsis of, like, a snapshot of the book. But then, of course, my query letter, when I posted it to Reddit and they got feedback, I needed to change it. So I just spent like the last hour and a half editing my query letter once more. I'm so sick of saying that I think it keeps getting better, because I apparently suck at this. But I do think I am getting it less vague each time I do it. So that is good. I don't want to keep posting it to Reddit, because I just feel like I'm either not getting any advice, or it's just, like I'm overusing it. Like, that's what I'm afraid of. But based on the information that someone else gave me, and they read an earlier version, and then this, based on like the references from my book here, and just kind of like really pinpointing my one POV, Macaria's point of view, I feel like it's there. It's better. It's way better, because now I'm getting more specific and I'm giving the stakes just for that character. And it's also helping me as I'm rewriting my beginning to understand what I need in my beginning. So like I said, I needed to have like confrontation between Macaria and her mother, because I didn't have that beforehand. So that's now in my book. I also just realized that I needed to have her mom like basically tell her, like, when the soldiers come to arrest her, like, she knows what she's being arrested for before they do anything. So I want her to tell Macaria, like, don't follow me, don't come find me. Because I think that's also going to be crucial, because Macaria, being loyal to her mom, is going to want to go find her. But as she starts to, like, understand, like, all the stakes that there are as the book goes on, it's going to come into play, like, is this what I should be doing? Which also helped me in my query letter to be like, oh yeah, like, this would be, a war of like, okay, my mom told me to do this, but I feel like she's keeping secrets from me. But if she's innocent, then like I should go save her. So like that's kind of like the stakes of like, I'm a little torn. So I think overall it was productive tonight. I definitely powered through with a headache, and it's actually, I think, gone now. I don't want to jinx myself, because I felt like my headache was never going away and I was getting violently ill. But yeah, I'm overall happy with tonight. I really, really need to take a break so I can do my paper tomorrow. But like at this point, like being like that I'm rewriting my first couple chapters, I'm getting like hyper fixated on like I need to finish them, and it's gonna take me probably a few hours to do that total. So I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it this weekend, because I have a school paper to write. But by the end of the week, I should have my novel better. And really, at the end of the day, I really just need those first 3 chapters to be tightened up, because I can always go back and like fix the rest of the book. But I think if I have those first like 3 to 4 chapters very tight, that an agent would be able to see the potential, and like the rest of the story is strong. But if I have some weaknesses here and there, it would be something that I can work in editing. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But we'll see. I mean, it is really hard overall, and I understand that like everything in the book world is so subjective, and timing is crucial and all of that. So we'll see. I do think this is a good novel, and I'm gonna query it soon. So anyway, I'm getting tired, and I think I'm just rambling now. So I'm gonna go to bed, but I will probably check in tomorrow at some point, and then I might just finish the vlog tomorrow and have a weekend vlog only. But anyway, guys.
Love this for me.
Hi friends, it's me, and it's Monday, February 28th, and It's been a hell of a day. So I didn't really film yesterday on Sunday because I pretty much specifically just made a lot of time for my school paper. And now I kind of regret not just pushing through and finishing it, even though I had worked on it for many, many hours. But I stayed up late on Saturday into Sunday, so I woke up later, and yeah, you just can't plan for the unexpected, unfortunately. So as you may have just seen, my furnace decided to break, and it flooded my library, which is also where like all my books are, but also my computer and my workstation and everything. So thankfully, for the most part, everything seems to be okay. My computer is possibly the only thing that's an issue. Now, I don't think there was any water that actually hit the computer, but now it just stands to be seen as things dry out because it so far is not turning on. And I'm just trying to do my best to stay calm and positive, but it is really hard because obviously I use my computer for so much, and we literally built it and it's expensive to replace. So I'm struggling a little bit. I am glad and very thankful that my husband is working from home this week and that I don't work far away, because I was able to come home and really quickly like try to help and assist with drying things up, because he was only one person and he's actually taking a class this week. So like he's super busy and needs to be attentive. It's just, there's good and bad. Like it's good that he was home, but it kind of sucks because he needed to like be attentive at work and could not miss this class this week because it's important for his job. And obviously I, in hindsight, wish I finished my paper yesterday, because now my computer is not working and my presentation is on Wednesday. I am currently using my work computer to try to power through. I ended up calling off, well, I took half the day. I just couldn't really concentrate on sessions and go back to work. And I still have to do a practicum session tonight, so I prioritize that over being at the school placement that I'm at. So it's just really complicated, and I'm very flustered, and I'm very just, I don't know. I'm trying my best to stay positive. But yeah, I just don't know. I ordered like kind of like a shower curtain essentially to put in case like anything ever breaks, it won't spray onto my books. So I'm trying to be proactive for any potential future issues. And I'm not putting my room together until I get that, which hopefully will come tomorrow. I think it was an overnight shipping. So I'm not going to be able to use my room, my office, until maybe tomorrow night, and then we'll see how the room looks. I'm really nervous, and I'm hoping for the best that my computer is fine. So yeah, I just wanted to check in here. I'm not going to be writing for at least tonight, which I am bummed about because I obviously wanted to finish my edits up, but I'm just gonna prioritize using my work computer for my school stuff, and we'll see how it goes. But I want to do a quick check-in just to say I don't know how this vlog is gonna go for the rest of the week. I might just be, calling it soon, but we'll keep up hope, and I'll try to put this up by Friday. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a better start of your week than I am, and I will talk to you guys soon.
Hi guys, it's me, and it is Thursday, March 3rd, and I have definitely not been in the best state of mind this week, so I really didn't update the vlog, and I am going to end it here. I'm fine overall, but I'm mentally and emotionally exhausted. I just feel like between everything going on in the world, little things in my personal life, my job being very intense, I'm just I'm beat down this week. So I have not really done anything with writing. I'm finally just being able to get back into my office now, and I'm putting it back together. I had to wash some things that got really dirty because of the flood. I had to clean the floor and do all of that kind of stuff. So I'm just hoping that things will go a little bit better moving forward. Thankfully, nothing major was ruined, but I did find out that my laptop bag absorbed a lot of water. So my iPad, keyboard, all of my writing books, so the project books that I made, they were all waterlogged, unfortunately, and I didn't know that for 2 whole days. So I don't know if some of it is going to be savable, unfortunately, but I am trying to dry everything out, and hopefully maybe it's just going to be wrinkly. But that was kind of a hit to my self-esteem and ego because I spent so much time working on some of those books, and some of them just have a lot of memories in them from other projects that I worked on, like my co-written project. So I'm hoping that'll be okay. But overall, I'm doing okay. I'm alive. I should just say that. And I'm hoping that the weekend will be on the mend. So I don't know if I'm going to have another vlog following this one. I might take a week off just to recuperate and not have pressure. But we'll see. I am hoping to write a little bit this weekend. I just don't know. Maybe I'll live stream instead. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And just know that I'm here. And hopefully it keeps getting better. So, note to self for anyone watching this, if you're having a bad week because everything is on fire too, you're not alone and we'll get through this. So, let me know how everything's going for you guys, and until next time, I'll see you then.